It's confirmed $1,476 up to $1,801 per month for Social Security and SSDI beneficiaries. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now that 2023 is in full swing and millions upon millions of Social Security beneficiaries have been receiving checks, we now know how much the average beneficiary is getting. However, there's a couple major problems. That's what we need to discuss right here in the video, so let's get into it and discuss what's going on. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all this information hitting the wire, doing the research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on, as things are changing very rapidly and we're getting new announcements literally every single day. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any updates and videos going forward. And also remember, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and as always, that is my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. All right, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about the new reports that are coming out talking about the average benefits for Social Security and SSDI beneficiaries, and of course, the major problems that fixed income beneficiaries are dealing with right now, and some potential solutions. So let's talk about all these details. All right, so yes, it has been confirmed. Now that we are in 2023, obviously, payments have been rolling out to millions upon millions of beneficiaries, and the numbers are now in. Here's what it comes down to. The average Social Security retirement beneficiary right now in 2023 is getting $1,801 per month. Now, that seems like a pretty healthy and pretty nice benefit. Now, let me give you the details about this. Last year in 2022, the average Social Security retiree was getting $1,657 per month. However, applying the 8.7% cost of living adjustment this year in 2023 has increased these benefits on average by $144 per month up to that $1,801 per month for the average Social Security retirement beneficiary. However, I completely understand this is not the case for everybody. Remember, not everybody was getting the average of $1,657 last year, and not everybody got a raise this year because of the COLA in the amount of $144 per month. However, that'd be pretty nice. Could you imagine getting an extra $144 per month just from the COLA? That alone is huge, right? That's a really, really nice big raise there for a lot of people. But that is the average, remember. All right, now next, let's quickly talk about SSDI beneficiaries. Now, last year in 2022, the average SSDI beneficiary was getting $1,358. However, now this year in 2023, applying the 8.7% cost of living adjustment has raised those benefits up by $118 per month up to the new average for SSDI beneficiaries, which is $1,476 every single month. Again, not bad. That seems like a really high SSDI benefit, to be honest with you. I know for many people here in the community, that is a very, very high benefit. And honestly, I can't say that I've ever seen anybody with an SSDI benefit that high, so I'm not really sure where these numbers are coming from, but these are the official numbers that have been reported as far as what the average benefit is. However, does this seem like a little bit of a problem, especially for these people that are getting these average benefits, $1,476 as an SSDI beneficiary and $1,801 for a retiree? Now, these are nice benefits. However, here's the problem, and just one of the problems that's out there right now. The average rent in this country right now is just under $1,300 a month. Okay, let's just say for an SSDI beneficiary, average rent's being $1,300 a month. It's actually a little bit less than that, but let's just say $1,300 a month for easy mathematical purposes here. So let's just round the numbers a little bit. If this were the case for an SSDI beneficiary, with no additional income coming in, that would leave this SSDI beneficiary $176 per month to live on after rent has been paid. For a Social Security retiree, this would leave $501 per month to live on. Is that enough money to live on? Now again, maybe for a Social Security retiree receiving that much, an extra $501, It would be tough. Let's be real for a second. It'd be really tough, but it could possibly be done. How about for the SSDI beneficiary getting that $1,476 per month and only having $176 left? That's not really sustainable. Now, these are the averages, remember. However, are most people here in this community getting these numbers? I'm going to go ahead and say no. The reason that I think that is because I've seen the comments down below in the comment section for many, many months now. Many people reaching out saying, I don't get anywhere near that amount. Now, again, I don't want to know your benefit amount, so please don't leave that down below. That's not my business, and it's nobody else's business to know how much you're getting. But my point is, these seem like very high numbers. How about the people that are getting, say, $1,200 a month, or say $914 a month from SSI? Is this sustainable? Again, no, right? It simply does not add up. How is somebody supposed to live on $914 a month, or say $1,000 a month, or whatever it happens to be, when rent is, again, on average $1,300, or even, let's just say, rent is $1,000? How is anybody supposed to make it each and every month when rents and the cost of living is so incredibly high? What about food? What about utilities? What about maybe gas in the car? What about your cell phone? Or what about other things that we all need on a monthly basis, right? There's a lot of other bills that are encompassed within all of this, right? So these are some major discrepancies that are coming out. Now, also, you've seen me out here recently with some other reports coming out talking about inflation as well. Now, remember, some of the prices on different items are going down a little bit, like used cars and airline tickets and gas for your car, things like this. The things that we're buying, maybe every so often, like gas, for example, maybe a couple times per month, things like that. But airline tickets and used cars, probably not buying those things all that often, I would anticipate, right? For the most people out there, I'm guessing you're probably not buying airline tickets and used cars all that often. However, when we look at things like shelter prices, rent prices, food prices, healthcare prices, all of these things continue to rise, right? So is this really an equation that works? Well, not really. I mean, if we look at all the numbers here, we can clearly see that these numbers and these percentages are simply not working, right? So when it really comes down to it, even though these averages look pretty good, these are just the averages. Now remember, some people get way more than that, which raises the average up, and a lot of people get way less than that, and again, which is why the averages are where they are. But when it comes down to it, we also know that the federal poverty line this year is right around that $14,000. Now, give or take a couple $100, but again, it's around that $14,300 or so is the federal poverty line for 2023. Okay, well, if that's the case, then what about all the beneficiaries that are getting less than that? Which, by the way, the federal poverty line on a monthly basis is just under $1,200 a month. That doesn't even cover the average rent here in this country. Okay, so again, do you see the discrepancy? Do you see where the problems are here? Obviously you do, because we're all living this, right? So many people here in the community, you completely recognize this, and I don't need to sit here and explain it over and over because we all recognize this. This is no surprise to anybody. But we can clearly see here, even the federal poverty line and all the beneficiaries that are well below the federal poverty line, which, by the way, like I said, is just under $1,200 a month. So if anybody receiving less than that per month is under the federal poverty line. And again, we've heard this from the president before, and we've heard it from lawmakers, which is no older adults or people with disabilities should ever need to live in poverty in America. Okay, well, guess what? That line is about $1,200 right now. So anybody living below that is, by their definition, below the federal poverty line, right? So we can see the major discrepancies here. We can see the major problems that are going on with this equation that is playing out. Even though benefits did get a pretty substantial raise of the 8.7% here in 2023, we still have a major problem ahead of us, which is not enough money, and the cost of living is way, way too high. The cost of living is so incredibly high right now for everybody, not just low income and fixed income. It's high for everybody, but it's the low income and the fixed income that really feel the pinch the most. We've seen this from so many reports over the course of however many years I've been talking about this. The last couple of years that I've been talking about all these reports and everything coming out like this, we can continue to see this, that time and time again, the low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries are the ones who feel the pinch of all this inflation the most, even though it impacts everybody. So anyway, some major discrepancies here, some major problems going on, even though we continue to see out in the headlines, oh, fixed-income beneficiaries got an 8.7% raise, the biggest in 40 years. True, yes, this is the biggest raise to fixed income benefits since 1981. So it's actually like, 42 years was the last time that we got this big of a raise? True, but guess what? The value of money has depleted significantly during that amount of time. In the last 42 years, the purchasing power of your dollar has depleted significantly. If you don't believe me, think back 42 years. What could you buy in 1981 for $1? A lot of things, a lot of stuff, right? What can you buy today for $1? Maybe a gumball out of one of those gumball machines that spins it around in a little circle down into the little tray that you get to pick it out of. I mean, let's be real. What can you really buy for $1 anymore? The answer is almost nothing, right? Virtually nothing. You can get a little bit, but not much, right? I don't even know what examples I could give right now because there's not even that many things. Can you even get a pack of gum at the checkout counter for $1? I think those are even running about $1.09 these days, right? So those are even above $1, whereas not that long ago, they were like 79 cents, right? Not that long ago. Anyway, my point is, we can see some major problems here, but these are what are the headlines, and these are the numbers that are floating around out there as far as what the average beneficiaries are now getting in 2023, but we still got some major problems ahead of us, and Congress needs to act on this. And of course, they need to do something to raise these benefits up and ultimately make sure that these beneficiaries are lifted up to at least the federal poverty line at a minimum. More would be better, but at least a minimum. And this would give a huge raise for a lot of people in a pretty big way. So anyway, I've been seeing this show up a number of times here recently with these benefits rolling out the door, and I thought, you know what, we've got to talk about this because this is not painting the full picture. Yes, we're seeing a little bit of it, but this is nowhere near the full picture that everybody needs to see right now, which is, yes, benefits increased, congratulations, but guess what? They're nowhere near what they actually need to be to actually cover the actual real cost of living that everybody's dealing with right now. Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. I truly want to help you out as well as do what I can to get the attention of Congress, to reach out to them, to encourage them to do something for fixed income beneficiaries, as the individuals living on fixed income benefits are way below what you actually need on a monthly basis to actually cover what you need to live, right? That's it. That's plain and simple. I don't know how we could say it any more simple than that, right? Anyway, please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands upon thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.